Don't adjust your screens, boys. Yes, I am a female. And yes, I did not vote for Hillary Clinton. Because why would I vote for a lying Canadian criminal just because she's female?
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Hillary Clinton, the same woman who advocates for feminism, is also the same woman who told women across the country that their votes against her were simply pressure from men. Sounds pretty sexist. Because guess what, people? Feminism is nothing more than a ploy from the Democratic Party for two things: your votes and your taxpayer money. The same party that advocates for protection of women is the same party to tell you, a woman, that you don't have the right to bear arms, aka the same right that not only protects you from other civilians, but the same right that protects you from a tyrannical government.
Do you think that reinstating the ban on assault weapons and banning high-capacity magazines would do any good?
Yes. The same party that advocates for the lives of women advocates for abortion, dismissing an entire generation of women yet to be born.
Regarding abortion, you said, quote, the unborn person doesn't have constitutional rights.
The same party that advocates for votes for women spat on the very face of democracy when Hillary Clinton lost the election and women threw their I'm with her pins on Susan B. Anthony's grave. The same party that advocates for the voice of women let people like Hillary Clinton threaten Juanita Broaddrick when Hillary Clinton's husband raped her.
But I'm still afraid, especially if she becomes president.
Feminism is anything but female empowerment. Instead, it tells women to go march into the streets with pink pussy hats on their head, throwing a nationwide tantrum. It tells women that it's okay to be a slut and a whore. It tells women it's okay to be promiscuous, despite the fact it is statistically proven that the more sexual partners you have as a woman, the more likely you're going to have unhealthy relationships in the future. It tells women you don't need to be mothers, focus on your career, despite the fact that being a stay-at-home mom is proven to be the happiest career a woman can have. Feminism is about control. It is about destroying the nuclear family. It is about destroying what makes women truly happy in order to actually make them feel more victimized than they already are. Because as long as women think they are not living up to their potential, they'll feel powerless. And when someone feels powerless, they rely on nothing more than the government. Take away the nuclear family, traditionalism, and all a woman truly has is, well, Hillary Clinton.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have...
Politicians like Hillary Clinton know this. They're using this ploy every single day. Because when you tell someone they are a victim, and they believe it, and they give up the world that makes them truly happy, they become powerless. And when someone is powerless, they rely on nothing more than the government. Hillary Clinton is spoon-feeding these women every single day, making them feel as if they don't have the rights they already have. While women across the world are literally fighting for the basic right to, well, not wear a headscarf. Right now today in Iran, women are being beaten and jailed for not wearing a headscarf in public. There are places where women are forbidden to read, learn, go anywhere without a male escort. This is control. And feminism is doing the exact same thing, but with reverse psychology. You see, women today have the same opportunities as men. Voting, education, careers. But the difference is we have the right to say no, yes to really anything we choose. And by pushing women, forcing them into this ideology that we are victims, we are potentially victimizing ourselves. If you look at the statistics, women are happier in a nuclear family, married as a stay-at-home mother with children. It is how biology has worked, and it is how evolution has made us out to be for years and years and years. And now feminism is trying to defy that, because they know as long as they make us unhappy, well, our power will be just stripped away. And who is to take this power? Politicians.
We were laughing.
There is an attack on the nuclear family and female empowerment. The reality is, feminism tells women that we are equal to men. But the reality is, we're not. Because when you tell a woman she is equal to a man, you want to see a woman fail. Because women have the power to do things that no man really could. Sure, we could be lawyers and doctors, and sure, we can start our own businesses just as any other man can, right? But things the man could never do. Be a mother. Be a mother. Be a leader for our future generations. This is something the left fears. Because when a mother is teaching the future generations, and the politicians aren't, that means free thinking. And that means less power to the government. See, the government would rather have your public schools teach your children, rather so than mothers. And of course, as we all know, teachers like Yvette Filarca are constantly indoctrinating our children every single day. The politicians want this. The more children are drawn away from their mothers, the more they'll be put into the arms of teachers like Yvette Filarca. And of course, the more leftist indoctrination. And the more leftist indoctrination, the more power to the government. Mothers are the heart and souls of keeping the politicians out of our children's minds. We've seen the leftist bias in universities for years, but now we're starting to see it in high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, and this is because the teachings of mothers have become less and less and less. Mothers, I beg of you, make a deeper connection with your children. Teach them to love this country. Teach them patriotism. And more importantly, teach them to question absolutely everything. My name is Ashton, love the country, hate the government. You're watching AMTV, hard-hitting and in your face.